Wow, it's been a month since we got off the Ovation of the Seas, coming across from LA to Tokyo, and I cannot believe we've been on land for a month. And now, here it is, time for us to get back on a ship, and it's happening so fast. We love Royal Caribbean, and they have amazing ships, and we've been on many of them, but now we're changing over to their sister company, the Celebrity Line, and Millennium ship is the one we picked for this particular itinerary. And boy, is it a busy itinerary. It makes me think back to all the things we saw and did on the Ovation during our crossing. It was an amazing cruise. There's not enough hours in the day to talk about all the things we loved about this cruise, but I'm just remembering all the things we did, the experiences we had on the ship and off the ship, and how truly wonderful it was. And now we have another trip coming up, but I just wanted to go back because I took a million videos on the ship. Sometimes I'd get up in the early morning hours because I'm an early riser, and I would just walk around the ship, and it was amazing for me to see the technology on the ship. Number one, the artwork is off the charts. The architecture, this is a wine bar where they have wine that dispenses. I don't know. I'm not a wine drinker. I don't use it. But I just think it's really fascinating that they have these wine dispensers on a ship in the bar, and you go and pick out what you want and it dispenses the wine for you. It's just one of those cute little things that they do on the ship. There's also a bionic bar, and I know I have a video of that here somewhere, and I guess this is a humidor. You can get cigars, but there's so many venues around the ship that are comfy and cozy, and you can sit, kind of do your own thing. It's a huge ship. It's a long ship. You can walk from one end of the ship to the other. So this is the next cruise area where you go to book your next cruise. I typically wait till the end of the cruise to book our next cruise, and there's a special reason for that, and I'll explain that later. But it is a good place to go and chat with people and figure out where you want to go next. This was the amazing lounge that we went into all the time to listen to the enrichment series. Now, what's the enrichment series? They have people that come on and talk to us and tell us all kinds of things. But this was me, again, early in the morning, getting up the crack of dawn, because I like to get up and go watch the sunrise. But sometimes I was up long before the sunrise, and I would just walk around the ship and kind of see what was going on off the ship. There's land there. I'm sure this was a day where we were pulling into port, and I was just walking around and soaking up the quiet before a very busy day, because our port days were far and few between, and they were busy because we got off and did things. But I just wanted to grab some shots of the ship when it was quiet. There weren't many people around. The most folks that are out at this time of the day are the employees, the staff, doing cleaning and maintenance and just taking care of things. These ships are absolutely immaculate. And there's a reason why they're immaculate. It's because the staff and the crew take such pride in what these ships look like. Morning, noon, and night, they are taking care of the ship. They take care of us in an amazing way, and they take care of these ships in an amazing way. And you never really see them that much because it's done behind the scenes, if that makes any sense. You wake up in the morning, you go up on deck, and everything is immaculate. And if you're up like I am at the crack of dawn and walking around, sometimes you will see them on deck doing some things. But again, we are getting closer to shore. This morning I can see the lights in the distance, and I know we were pulling into port that day. But I was just up walking around, getting in some steps, getting in some fresh air before it was time to leave the ship for the morning. And I never, ever get tired of finding a sunset and capturing a sunset, whether I'm taking pictures or taking videos. This was me watching to see when we got to land. There were a couple boats out there, not much going on. That might have been our pilot boat. That may have been our pilot boat bringing us in. I don't exactly recall, but you can see there's other people up doing their laps, getting out, getting some fresh air. Some mornings you're out there trying to take a picture of the sunrise and there's tons of people around. Sometimes it's very quiet. This happened to be a pretty morning on the ship, and I just enjoy that time of day. It's quiet and I love it. But here's some more scenes. This is me just kind of poking around. Here's the Bionic bar. I know I have some video footage of the Bionic bar, and you go to this little iPad, you put in your drink request. The iPad's not sitting there right now. They're usually on these little white tables, but they put them away at night. And here we go. This is my video footage of the Bionic bar making somebody's drink. So you go to the iPad, you put in the type of drink that you want, and there's all these bottles suspended from the ceiling with alcohol, and the bionic arms find the right bottle. They shake up the beverage. They literally just shake it and shake it and shake it. And then they go and, I don't know, add ice or whatever it is that they have to do. They add ice. Maybe they have to add some more soda or a mixer to it. I don't know. And then it pours into the cup, and then the cup gets pushed, or I think the person ordering the drink pushes a button. Yep, this guy's pushing the button or tapping his card. Yeah, you tap your card so the drink gets paid for, and there's your drink, and that's so cool. A couple ships have these bionic bars, but they're not a big money maker for the cruise line, so I think they've done away with a few of them. Let's talk about the artwork on this ship. It was off the charts, and this particular moving sculpture / artwork was something I was mesmerized by, and I found myself, every time I walked by it, I had to stop and watch it, because it literally is like a wave, and the wave just keeps going back and forth and back and forth. And I don't know if sometimes it's slower and sometimes it's faster, but it's just this amazing sculpture / artwork, and I loved it. There's artwork all over the ship. In the stairwells in particular, which I think makes it interesting. If you're going to walk up and down those stairs, it's really nice to see some artwork when you're on the way up or the way down. And periodically I'd pay attention, but each stairwell, on each landing, on each deck, has artwork, and it's everywhere. There's that sculpture again. And sometimes I would stop and look and pay attention and try to find the little plaque on the side with the artist's name. There's me waving. This one was kind of a moving artwork. I didn't notice it was moving until I stopped and looked at it one day. But I mean, I walk up and down the stairs a lot. So I'm on the stairwells a lot, and I do appreciate that there's art and something interesting to look at every time you go up and down the stairs. I'm pretty sure on this cruise, I probably went down the stairs a lot more than I went up the stairs. I'm going to be honest. I got in my steps, but they weren't always going up. They were most of the time going down. And here's the panda that I don't know if this guy's related to the two big pandas that are up on the deck. I don't know. But besides the point, I still enjoyed the artwork. I would like to sometimes get up really close and personal to it. I wanted to see the dimensions of it were pretty cool. This one, I think, was really super dimensional and really interesting, and you can't really appreciate it unless you're right close up to it. So I decided to get right close up to it. Okay, let's talk about the Crown Lounge. This is where we can go because of our status, and the coffee machine there was my best friend. Used it several times a day, and there's always something hot or cold out. This was the breakfast offering, and again, there are hundreds of selections upstairs in the buffet. You can also eat in the dining room if you want to for breakfast. This sculpture was fascinating. This was in the elevator bank, and the sculpture went from one floor all the way up. The lobbies were amazing. This is artwork. These installations of artwork were floor to ceiling, and it was, I can't can't explain how much effort and money goes into the art installations on these massive ships. Here's another one, just absolutely fascinating that they here it is again. They source the artwork from the artists around the world, and all of this stuff is installed in the ship when they're doing all the finishing touches. So there's that sculpture that goes all the way up. And I do appreciate that every time the elevator door opens, it tells me the day of the week. And here's one of my breakfasts. And here is the buffet. I think this is the buffet the first day we get on. Everyone's kind of getting on the ship. You know, everybody has a different boarding time. So they have this really nice, massive buffet set up in the Windjammer. And there's food. It feels like there's food for miles. I mean, if you can't find something to eat, then there's obviously an issue. There are so many choices. Whether you're looking for something light, you're looking for some comfort food, the ship has everything you could possibly want to eat. And I've never, ever, ever had a problem finding food that I like.
Good morning.
And the crew and the staff are so friendly and so nice. And they're always happy to help you, no matter what you're asking for.
I would like some
have
fat.
a particular
Fat.
type
I love
of
the fat.
roast beef that I like, and he will always find me a piece that's good. And can't go wrong with some roast beef and some horseradish.
Thank you so much.
I just decided that I was going to eat some beef for my lunch. And again, there's something for everyone. There are salads and there are fixings like Mexican. This looks like, I can't remember what it was, but I'm sure it was probably some kind of Mexican mix, and you could make your own tacos or make your own. Yeah, I was adding some cheese to my horseradish because I eat weird. And there's any kind of salad you can imagine. Lots of fruits, lots of veggies, all kinds of hot food. And something that I really love is they have Indian food, they have Mexican food, they have Asian food. There's literally something for everyone. Or if you just want some beef or a hot dog or a hamburger, they have that too. Again, the staff are so helpful. If you are looking for something and you can't find it, or you prefer one kind of tea over another kind of tea and you don't see it out on the counter, they will literally go somewhere else and find it for you. See, they've got burgers, hot dogs, fries. They have basic comfort food. And then they have a little bit. The fruit on the ship was so plentiful, and so it was crazy how much fruit we ate as a group. Yeah, these folks love their fruit. I am here to tell you that we probably went through so much food in the course of this long Trans-Pacific cruise. Folks were enjoying the food. We enjoyed the food. We were never at a loss. There was never a day. Look at the cookies. The cookies are so good. And I am so happy that I was able to stay awake and watch the balloon drop. It's what they do the first night at sea when we take off, and these folks were having a blast. It was a great group of cruisers. We met some really nice people. We were cruising with quite a large group of folks that all belong to a Facebook group called Go With Less, Full-Time Travelers. This is the solarium. This is on the very front of the ship. It is 18 years and older, so there's never any kiddos in here, just adults, just sitting around, relaxing, enjoying. There's no big pool per se. There are a lot of there's no water in the pools that I was filming this, unfortunately. But there are hot tubs and there are little tiny soaking pools. The thing that I love most about the solarium is that it's really pretty quiet. There are these amazing loungers, and you do have to get up early in the morning to get one. But I'm an early riser, so the days that I chose to get one and go in there with my coffee in the morning, I never had a problem finding a seat. I would just grab a seat, grab a coffee, and just go hang out. And if you leave, a towel or a paperback or something on the chair and went to leave for a little bit, it would still be there when you got back. And I did win some money on the ship, and it worked out exactly how I wanted it to. But that's a story for another day, and we are definitely booking free cruises now. Here's the great crew that we had taking care of us, and their energy just made us have a lot of energy and have a lot of fun. They took such good care of us, and don't forget, we were at sea for an extra 2 days. So these folks were also at sea taking care of us for an extra few days, unexpectedly. Here's just a little bit more of walking around. Now, this is not the solarium pool. This is the indoor pool. They have two. How do we keep our hands clean before we go into that wonderful buffet every day? Well, there is a washing station. And before you go into the buffet, you wash your hands. And I am more than happy to comply with that because I don't want to get sick either. Here's another day of food. I think this might have been breakfast. I can't really tell. There was always fruit out. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner, they always had tons and tons of fruit out. This looks like a lunch buffet. Yeah, because it's the salad. There's a salad bar, huge salad bar. Always lots of fixins. After a while, I just couldn't tell if I was going in there for breakfast or lunch. But this looks like cold cuts. Yep, cold cuts and bread and anything you could possibly. Chicken salad, egg salad. This looks like some soup that they had out. They had a different type of soup each day, so it wasn't the same soup every day. And I like to always go and see what they had for the Asian food and the Indian food. This is vegetable lasagna. If you're a vegetarian, I think there's lots of choices too. I didn't really pay attention to the vegetarian options, but I think this is the Indian food. You can see some of the Indian food that they have out. This looks like they were making pressed sandwiches. Yes, you could choose your own choice of fillings and they would make you a pressed sandwich. And this is more of a salad bar. Mexican. This might have been Mexican dinner time, and they had tacos. And there's make your own tacos, make your own nachos. And there was always a pasta station. You could always get any kind of pasta made up for you. You choose your meat or your beef or your chicken. I can't really tell what this is. There were so many options for food. Every time you went in the buffet, you were never going to go hungry on this ship. I chose not to eat in the dining room. I did not go in the dining room. I just like the food in the buffet and don't want to spend 2 hours in the dining room. So we had a medical emergency, and this is what happened.
Some we haven't seen on your screen, in your cabin already, but we are off the course slightly since yesterday and increased the speed. We have a critical ill patient down in the medical facility, and we have been working with the Japanese Coast Guard for a length of time, organizing a helicopter evacuation, and it's still going on. And we are going to have a rendezvous with the Japanese Coast Guard's helicopter around 11 o'clock this morning. There will be no delays arriving in next Port tomorrow, so absolutely no delay. We are off the coast of Hokkaido only, and we will proceed slow speed to next Port of Call. No delays tomorrow. Hence, we have a critical guest in the medical facility that need to be evacuated as soon as possible. We have been working with the local hospitals and also the support in Miami. And with the Coast Guard here in Japan, and in approximately 1 hour time we'll have a helicopter coming out that will pick up the critical guest and bring it to the closest hospital here in Hokkaido. And again, the operation will take place either forward at the winch deck or aft by the floor rider on port side. We are negotiating with the Coast Guard what's the best place. We prefer forward, they prefer aft, so wait and see. Hence, that will be, if we choose the aft part of the ship, there will be some impact on the operation aft. That means the I-Fly, the floor rider will be impacted, also the Seaplex and part of the windjammer and the outdoor cafe also. Part of the windjammer will be impacted. Anyway, we'll come back with more information in regards to which operation area they choose. We prepare forward, they prepare aft. But even though in approximately half an hour, you should know which area they choose, and we will start the crowd control and make sure that there's no guests in these areas.
From the navigational bridge on board, as the captain did mention, we do have a very ill patient downstairs in the medical facility who does require more medical attention, and as a result of that, in 1 hour's time, we will be met by the Japanese Coast Guard via helicopter, where the guest will disembark and be taken to the closest nearest hospital. As the captain did mention, we're not sure if this will happen in the forward or the after yet, so there is more communication to come on this, so please stand by. Further announcements will be made as well. However, we will be having our crowd control teams out in place, making sure specific areas are evacuated in order to allow us to complete this as quickly and safely as possible, and to keep as much discretion.
It was a very long process, and I'm pleased to say that it was successful. They drop the doctor off, and then they swing back around and pick up the patient and the doctor. We enjoyed a lot of entertainment in the theater. After we stopped at our first port in Japan, they brought on some local folks to entertain us, and it was really, really enjoyable. One particular one that I really enjoyed was this dance troupe of teenagers from the local high school. It was really cool to watch them. There was a large group of pickleball players that could be found playing pickleball morning, noon, and night in the sports complex. This is the same place where you can ride the bumper cars, you can go roller skating. It's a large complex. On the second level, there's a lot of entertainment, but I was in search of the hot dog house, and I found it, and I only went in there one time, and I tasted the couple different varieties of hot dogs that they had. They were very tasty. I enjoyed it, but I did not return because the buffet has a lot more choices. I'm going to try the two right up the middle, please. One of each. Thank you. They all look delicious. So pork, smoked Bavarian, apple sausage. Wow. Very nice.
You want some toppings, man?
No, I'm all set. All set. Thanks so much. Perfect. They were both very yummy. So here I am again, probably early in the morning, just kind of strolling around, getting a feel for the ship when there aren't folks around. I try really hard not to take videos of other people. I don't want to intrude on people's privacy, so getting up first thing in the morning and walking around is the best way to take videos of the ship. This is the other indoor pool. And now we are walking. Oh, I just walk across from one side of the ship to the other side of the ship. So I'm still at the indoor pool where all the lounges are. Yep, you can see the indoor pool right there. And there's hot tubs there. Oh, no. Is this? Yep, this is the indoor pool. Because here's the towel, the place where you go to get your towels. You grab a towel and they scan your room card, and then when you turn the towels in, they scan your room card again. If you don't turn them in, they can charge you. So it's a really good idea to make sure they scan your room card when you're picking up and dropping off towels. Again, and they also have life jackets for kids and adults who want to get in the pool but don't feel comfortable and don't know how to swim, so there's life jackets there for them to use. The pool is pretty much covered up because this is, again, early in the morning. Sometimes I'd walk by those hot tubs, crack of dawn, and there'd be someone in it. Or we would be watching a movie out on deck very late at night, and there would be somebody in the hot tubs. The hot tubs were very much appreciated and very well used. And again, this is the indoor pool, so I'm walking towards the outdoor area where there are more hot tubs and another pool. And no, wait a minute. Now I'm confused. I think this is still... Nope, this is the outdoor area. This is the outdoor. The lounges just look the same from one area to the next, so I was a little confused. This is definitely the outdoor area. This is where the outdoor movie screen was. And I'm just walking up to the deck. The decks can be really wet first thing in the morning because the crew has been out there cleaning them, and they will actually hose them down each day so you can see how much water is on the deck. And that's just, we didn't have rain. It wasn't from a rain. It was absolutely from them cleaning the decks off. You can see how pitch black it is at night. When we're at sea and before the sun comes up and we're not anywhere near land, it is absolutely positively pitch black at sea. People are amazed. I mean, if it was cloudy and there were no stars, I didn't really look up specifically to find a star, but it is absolutely pitch black on a ship at night at sea. Even first thing in the morning before the sun comes up, there's really nothing to see around the ship. So going forward to the front of the ship, you can kind of peek in and see where the spa is, the beauty salon. The lights get left on, so even at night or first thing in the morning when there's nobody in there having services, you can still see in. This is the very front of the ship. This is the walking track and the jogging track. It literally goes around almost the entire ship. And during the day, there will definitely be plenty of people out here walking and jogging and taking advantage of a lot of sea days and a lot of time where exercise can be your thing if you want. You can really get a feel of just how vast and long this ship is. I don't know the exact miles. I think I did take a picture of, if you walk the entire length of the track, how many quarters of a mile you're walking, but it's pretty big. Roger knows the specifics of how long each ship is. I truly don't pay that much attention to the length of the ship, except for when you're out there walking. And here I am walking back into the second level that overlooks the indoor pool. And you can see there's no one there because it's early morning. There's the hot tubs and the pool bar where I would get my yummy vegetable and fruit drinks. We had to say goodbye to the Ovation of the Seas back in October, but interestingly enough, today, here in Penang, Malaysia, the ship caught up to us.